Hey, I'm Lauren Newman. I am a member of the Chamber's Business Advocacy Committee as well as a champion advocate for the Chamber. Today we are doing our third installment of the Demystifying Government Relations series. And today we are going to demystify the Chamber's regional advocacy agenda. Advocacy is very important to our Chamber and to our area to help grow and explain and educate our members and our community on the best way to advance the Charleston metro area. Okay, today I'm here with Erica and Ian. Just would like you guys to introduce yourselves. Tell us who you are and what you do for the Chamber.
Sure, I'm Ian Scott. I lead our government relations team here at the Chamber.
And I'm Erica Wright, and I work with Ian, George, and Scott, and I work regional advocacy here at the Chamber.
Great. Okay, and what are the Chamber's regional priorities and how do we identify them?
Yeah, Lauren, our regional priorities are mobility, livability, and business climate. Those are really, really big buckets. Underneath each of those are specific goals we're going after. But really, those are the synthesis of what we hear so consistently from members in every sector from all across the Charleston region. They want their employees to be able to get around more efficiently and quicker. They want to make sure everybody on their teams can afford a place to live that meets their needs. And we want to make sure we continue to be one of the most business-friendly regions anywhere in the country, and that takes constant focus.
Okay, great. Well, Erica, how do we and you work with elected officials to advance these priorities?
There are two ways that immediately come to mind. Number one is relationship building, and number two is tracking. And so relationship building is so important because it's easier to work with someone if there's trust there. And so I know the same for Ian. We spend a lot of time in one-on-one sessions with elected officials, getting to know them. Sure, we're telling them what's important to the business community, but it's also important sometimes just to listen. What's important to you? These men and women ran on a platform. They love where they live. And so to understand where they're coming from better positions us and them to understand where we're coming from. So that's important. And I think our team has done a good job of building solid relationships with elected officials. And then we move into the tactical operations, and that's tracking. We literally can get to any county's, any municipality's agenda with one click of our mouse. We're constantly tracking ordinances from its inception. We understand how it moves through committee, through commissions, and how it gets finally to elected officials. If there's something in there that's important to the business community that hits those three points that Ian mentioned, livability, mobility, business climate, we're there. We're understanding what that issue is.
Great.
There are times where we need to meet with elected officials to better understand, to weigh in. But we're working with relationships as a solid foundation and with tracking ordinances and involving ourselves when we need to.
Okay. Great.
You know, and it's really a full-time gig.
Sure.
This job. The relationships that Erica mentions and tracking what's happening in a really dynamic and busy 3-county region. There's 10 local governments we're following all the time. There's a lot of individual issues coming down the pike.
Sure.
I think what's important for members to realize and understand is that we're there full time. We've got your back, whether it's City Hall, County Council, or at the State House.
Great. Okay, well, how can our members get more involved to work alongside you guys in creating and advancing business advocacy?
I'll
Erica?
take that one. About 2 years ago, we started Champion Advocates, and it stemmed from that same question. We see what you're doing, and we want to be a part of it. And so we have a grassroots group of volunteer leaders that works alongside of us, our government relations team. And it's really beneficial when we can lean on them to help sometimes intervene with a particular ordinance, help us educate elected officials on particular public policy positions that they may take, and their perspective as a resident of a particular municipality helps us a lot. And so you see our team of 4, but behind us we have a solid 80 plus people working along with us. And so if anyone's interested in becoming a champion advocate, please reach out to me. We have information on our website. We'd love to have you. We provide quarterly briefing opportunities to help educate you on what we're working on. And then we mobilize this group in ways that they tell us they want to be mobilized. So we have some that would love to get in front of an elected body and some who would never want to do something like
Right.
that. And so we tailor every ask according to your interest. And every ask comes with significant staff support. So it's been really nice. Thank you for serving
Yes,
as a champion
absolutely.
advocate.
Yeah.
And we're looking to grow this group this year.
Great.
You know, the whole point here is that the Chamber's influence is directly relational to our members' influence. That's really where we have any ability to move policy in this region. It's if lawmakers understand that when we're there speaking, we're speaking for 1,700 employers from across the region, all different sectors, from sole proprietorships and small businesses all the way up to some of the region's biggest employers. And having our members engaged in the work, visible, and engaging with members of council really helps strengthen that credibility for the work we do day in and day out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, great. Well, thank you, Ian and Erica, for being here and for helping to demystify our regional advocacy. And if you are interested in joining our champion advocates, please be sure to visit our website or contact Erica and Ian. Thank you.
Thank you.